जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुनतिरावनचारी यमुनतिरावनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Baladeva Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमती श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमनंदे। All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठुकी। Today we are discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, chapter 1, entitled The Advent of Lord Krishna, Introduction. Text number 4. Nivruttatarse rupagiyamana Nivruttatarse rupagiyamana Bhavau sadachotra manobhirama Bhavau sadachotra manobhirama Kavuttama sloka gunanuvadha Kavuttama sloka gunanuvadha Puman vrajjeta vina pasugnan Puman virajjeta vina pasugnan. श्री श्री गौनिताय की जय, श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा में की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निवृत्त तरसे रूपगीयमाना भवौ सदच्चोत्र मनोभिरामा कवुत्तम श्लोक गुणानुवाधा पुमान् विरज्येत विना पशुघ्ना निवृत्ततर्षे रूपगीयमाना भवौ सदच्चोत्र मनोभिरामा कवुत्तम श्लोक गुणानुवाधा पुमन् विरज्येत विना पशुघ्ना। निवृत्ततर्षे रूपगीयमाना भवौ सदच्चोत्र मनोभिरामा कवुत्तम श्लोक गुणानुवाधा पुमन् विरज्येत विना पशुघ्ना। निवृत्ततर्षे रूपगीयमाना भवौ सदच्चोत्र मनोभिरामा कवुत्तम श्लोक गुणानुवाधा पुमान् विरज्येत विषुम्नान्। निवृत्ततर्षे रूपगीयमाना भवौ सदच्चोत्र मनोभिरामा कवुत्तम श्लोक गुणानुवाधा पुमन् विरज्येत विना पशुघ्ना। Okay, Hare Krishna. Any Mataji's want to? Nivruttatarse rupagiyamana Bhava sadacchotra manobhirama Uttama sloka gunanuvadha Puman virajyeta vinapasugna nivruta, released from tarsai, lust or material activities. Upagiyamana, which is described or sung. Bhava ausathat, which is the right medicine for the material disease. Srotra, the process of oral reception. Manaha, the subject matter of thought for the mind. Abhirama, from the pleasing vibration from such a glorification. Ka, who, Uttama Sloka of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Gunanuvada, from describing such activities. Puman, a person, Virajeta, can keep himself aloof, Vina, except. Pasugnat, either a butcher or one who is killing his own personal existence. Translation in purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: glorification of the Supreme Person of the Godhead is performed in the Parampara system. That is, it is conveyed from the spiritual master to disciple. Such a glorification is released by those no longer interested in the false temporary glorification of the cosmic manifestation. Description of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, we will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord except a butcher or one who is killing his own self. Purport: in India, it is the practice among the general populace to hear about Krishna, either from Bhagavad Gita or from Srimad Bhagavatam, in order to gain relief from disease of repeated birth and death. Although India is now fallen where there is a message that someone will speak about Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, thousands of people still gather to hear. This verse indicates, however, that such a recitation of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam must be done by a person completely freed from material desire. Nivrutta Tarsai. Everyone within this material world, beginning from Brahma down to the insignificant ant, is full of material desires for sense enjoyment. And everyone is busy in sense gratification. But when thus engaged, one cannot fully understand the value of Krishna Katha, either in the form of a Bhagavad Gita or in the Srimad Bhagavatam. If we hear the glories of the Supreme Person of Godhead from liberated person, this hearing will certainly free us from the bondage of material activities. But hearing Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by a professional reciter cannot actually help us achieve liberation. Krishna Katha is very simple. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as he himself explains, Matta Parataram Nanyat Kinchit Dasti Dhananjaya. O Arjuna, there is no truth superior to me. Simply by understanding this fact that Krishna is the Supreme Person of the Godhead, one can become a liberated person. But especially in this age, because people are interested in hearing Bhagavad Gita from unscrupulous persons who departed from the simple presentation of Bhagavad Gita and distort it for their personal satisfaction. They fail to derive the real benefit. There is a big scholar, politician, philosophers, and scientists who speak on Bhagavad Gita in their own polluted way, and people in general hear from them, being uninterested in hearing the glories of the Supreme Person of the Godhead from devotee. A devotee is one who has no other motive for reciting Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam than to serve the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore advised us to hear the glories of the Lord from a realized person. Bhagavata Parodiya Bhagavata Sthani. Unless one is personally a realized soul in the science of Krishna consciousness, a neophyte should not approach him to hear about the Lord. For this is strictly forbidden by Srila Sanatana Goswami, who quotes from the Padma Purana. Avaishnava Mukodgiram Pudam Harikatamrutam Sravanam Naiva Kartavyam Sarpo Chista Etapayam. One should avoid hearing from a person not situated in Vaishnava behavior. A Vaishnava is a Nivritta Krishna. that is, he has no material purpose, but his only purpose is to preach Krishna consciousness. So called scholars, philosophers, and politicians exploit the importance of Bhagavad Gita by distorting its meaning for their own purpose. Therefore, this verse warns that Krishna Katha should be recited by a person who is Nivritta Tarsai. Sukadev Goswami epitomized the proper reciter for Srimad Bhagavatam, and Parikshit Maharaj, who purposefully left his kingdom and family prior to meeting death, epitomized the person fit to hear. A qualified reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam gives the right medicine, Bhava Ausadi, for the conditioned soul. The Krishna consciousness movement is therefore trying to train qualified preachers to recite Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita throughout the world, so that people in general in all parts of the world may take advantage of this moment and thus be relieved from the threefold miseries of material existence. The instructions of Bhagavad Gita and the description of Srimad Bhagavatam are so pleasing that almost anyone suffering from the threefold miseries of material existence will desire to hear the glories of the Lord from these books and thus benefit to the path of liberation. Two classes of men, however, will never be interested in hearing the message of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam: those who are determined to commit suicide and those determined to kill cows and the other animals for the satisfaction of their own tongue. Although such persons may take a show of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam at Bhagavata Sapta, this is but another creation of the karmis who cannot derive any benefit from such a performance. The word Pasugna is important in this connection. Pasugna means butcher. Person fond of performing ritualistic ceremonies for elevation to the higher planetary system must offer sacrifice yajna by killing animals. Lord Buddhadev therefore rejected the authority of the Vedas because his mission was to stop animal sacrifices, which are recommended in Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. Nindasi yajna videraha sruti jatam सदय हृदय दर्शित पशुघातम केशवद्रुता बुद्ध शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे. Even though animal sacrifices are sanctioned in Vedic ceremonies, men who kill animals for such ceremonies are considered to butcher. Butcher cannot be interested in Krishna consciousness, for they are already materially allured. Their only interest lies in developing comforts for the temporary body. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya paurata chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadho na vidyate. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulences and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination of devotion service to the Supreme Lord doesn't take place. Srila Narottam Das Thakur says, Manusya janama paya Radha Krishna na bhajiya Janiya suniya vishakainu. Anyone who is not Krishna consciousness and who therefore doesn't engage in the service of the Lord is also Pasugna, for the willingly drinking poison. Such a person cannot be interested in Krishna Katha because he still has a desire for material sense gratification. He is not a Nivritta Tarshnai. As it is said, Traivargi, Traivarg, Traivargikas te Purusha Vimukta Hari Medasaha. Those interested in Trivarga, that is in Dharmartha Kama, are religious for the sake of achieving a material position with which is gain better facilities for the sense gratification. Such a persons are killing themselves by willingly keeping themselves in the cycle of birth and death. They cannot be interested in Krishna consciousness. For Krishna Katha, topics about Krishna consciousness, there must be a speaker and a hearer, both of whom can be interested in Krishna consciousness. If they are no longer interested in material topics, one can actually see how this attitude automatically develops in a person who are Krishna consciousness. Although the devotees of Krishna consciousness movement are quite young men, they no longer read materialistic newspapers, magazines, and so on, for they are no longer interested in such topics. Nivritta Tarsai. They completely give up the bodily understanding of life. For topics concerning Uttama Sloka, the Supreme Person of Godhead, The spiritual master speaks and the disciple hears with attention. Unless both of them are free from the material desire, they cannot be interested in topics of Krishna consciousness. The spiritual master and disciple do not need to understand anything more than Krishna, because simply by understanding Krishna and talking about Krishna, one becomes a perfectly learned person. Kasmin Bhagavato Vijnate Sarvam Idam Vijnatam Bhavati. The Lord sits within everyone's heart, and by the grace of the Lord, the devotee receives instruction directly from the Lord Himself, who says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarvasya chaham Rudisannivishta Matta Smriti Jnanam Apohamancha Vedesya Sarver Hameva Vedyo Vedanta Krudveda Vidya Chaham. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Krishna consciousness is so exalted that one who is perfectly situated in Krishna consciousness under the direction of the spiritual master is fully satisfied by reading Krishna Katha as found in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and similar Vedic literature. Since merely talking about Krishna is so pleasing, we can simply imagine how pleasing it is to render service to Krishna. When discourses on Krishna Katha take place between liberated spiritual master and his disciple, others also sometimes take advantage of hearing these topics and also benefit. These topics are the medicine to stop the repetition, birth and death. The cycle of repeated birth and death by which one take on different bodies again and again is called bhava or bhavaroga. If anyone willingly, unwillingly hears Krishna Katha, is Bhavaroga, the disease of birth and death, will certainly stop. Therefore, Krishna Katha is called Bhavaushada, the remedy to stop the repetition, birth and death. Karmis are persons attached to material sense enjoyment generally cannot give up their material desires, but Krishna Katha is such a potent medicine that if once induced to hear Krishna Kirtana, he will certainly be freed from the material disease. A practical example is Dhruva Maharaj, who is at the end of his tapasya was fully satisfied. When the Lord wanted to give Dhruva benediction, Dhruva refused. Swamin Krutadosmi, Vanam Varamnayache, my dear Lord, he said, I am fully satisfied. I don't ask for any benediction per material sense gratification. We actually see that even young boys and girls in the Krishna consciousness movement have given up their long practice of the bad habits like illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling, because Krishna consciousness is so potent that it gives them full satisfaction. They are no longer interested in material sense gratification. Sorry, long purport. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदामिहं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुर्वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सागना रघुनाथनित्यं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सौगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I seek the blessings of all the devotees before speaking to this topics about Lord Krishna. It is very difficult. I choose in this verse because Prabhupada often quotes this verse. How to understand the transcendental subject matter, it is only through by hearing about Krishna, hearing about by from the pure souls. That is how a conditioned souls can understand the Lord's activities, and and the conditioned souls can stop the repeated birth and death. So this is how this is called Bhava Ausadi. In this verse, it is mentioning a Bhava Ausadi means to Bhavaroga. See, material disease in the conditioned soul have material disease. What is that material disease actually? So enjoy sense gratification, to enjoy the senses. So millions of births actually we are actually in the path of that actual to how to enjoy senses. So there is no other way to come out from this. So Bhagavatam is giving such a confidence that one should hear from a realized soul only by oral reception one can free from actually birth and death. So, but Krishna descendants in this material world, the purpose is to attract the conditioned soul. That is the only purpose. Of course, in Bhagavad Gita, it is explained. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. To annihilate miscreants and protect the devotees, to establish the true principles of religion, Krishna comes in this material world. That is the main purpose. So, but even though Krishna, he kills many demons and he protects the devotees and annihilates the miscreants, but still very difficult to understand. Why? The unless one hear from a pure souls, he cannot understand. Krishna's pastimes, his mission is different. He comes and establishes religions and he will go away. But who will explanation? Who will give this understanding about how to practice this? This is only pure devotees, those who are representatives, and they realize it actually. They can give understanding how to practice spiritual life, how to understand Krishna. That is what actually. So, but Krishna, even though it descendants material world, there is a special purpose for Krishna. In many, of course, he is so many incarnation. Narsimadev, Buddha Dev, Masyavatar, so many incarnation. But the Krishna is a special incarnation. What is that? No, one can develop love for God. That is only can Krishna can give. Nobody, no other incarnation. It is very difficult to get the love of God. Why? Because Krishna, he comes and he did such a pastimes. It is so it attracts to the conditioned soul and it is so soothing to the heart. Especially in Vrajadam and Gokul Vrindavan, Krishna comes and he plays with many all the of course in Vrindavan Dham all the devotees. They are not no other non-devotees. All the devotees. Gopas are devotees, cows are devotees, and trees are devotees, and gopis are devotees. All everyone actually. Even the speck of dust of the Vrajadham is also devotee for the lotus feet of Krishna. So Krishna, when he comes in the childhood pastimes, that is very attracted in. So that's why in everyone in Rajatam actually they are very attracted to to Krishna. When comes when Krishna born in the childhood, he born in the jail in Madura. That is very wonder to the people those who doesn't understand how the Lord Supreme Personality of Godhead he born in a jail. Of course, Krishna will not never born. He appears actually. He appears to the purpose is there. So that is one actually. When he in the childhood, he kills many demons. Anybody can kill the demons? It is not possible actually. But Krishna actually kills demons. Putana came in the form of a actually demon, actually form of a mother, and to give milk. But Krishna, in the baby Krishna, actually he killed the Putana. And not only killed the Putana, he gives such a stage, that is a mother stage in the Vaikuntha Dham, in the Goloka Dham. How? Because such a Krishna is not actually, he want to purpose to kill the demons, he want to give liberation also. So that is how Krishna's special incarnation, that is actually, he want to deliver, and at the same time he want to kill the demons. So there are so many demons are there in Madra, and Kamsa, and Trinavarta, and Nagasura, and Pralambasura. They are all actually great demons actually. So not only he kills the demons, sometimes he gives such a bewilderment situation, even the great demigods cannot understand. That is, all the story, Brahma Vimochan Leela, that when Brahma is there, and Krishna comes in the garden, and he plays with the cows and Gopal, cow covered boys, and Brahma want to test actually how it is, and he comes, and he took all the cows and covered boys and everyone actually, he took to the, and he kept one cave. So when Krishna saw there nothing is there, one boy came, covered boy came, Krishna, I'm not seeing any cows here. What happened to these cows? Krishna knows. He is there in the heart of a Paramatma. What is going on in the world? He knows everything. And he understood, okay, you all sit there and enjoy your lunch. I will go and bring all the cows. So Krishna didn't go, but he himself he created such a way that all the 9 lakhs cows and covered boys and everything, as it is same color, same the jewelries, everything is same. He expanded like that. So when he saw Brahma, he's completely bewildered. He's completely bewildered. What is going on here? Is it Krishna actually? Is it I kept all the cows and covers and everything? And the same, it is there like that. And Krishna told the covered boys, take your all cows and calves, and they did not wonder how it is that. They did not know, except Brahma took, but they saw their as usual cows, as usual color, as usual jewelry. Everybody, every gopa, and took all their cows and calves. Brahma really bewildered. And after 4 yugas, that is a one day of Brahma, he came down. He came down and saw Krishna is in the morsel of food and covered and everything. Actually, is under the tree and very innocently actually stands. Very innocently, you saw the picture of that Krishna. Very innocently stands actually. And Brahma came and understand seeing the Krishna position. He completely bewildered. He completely bewildered. Then he he offered Dandavat Krishna and glorified Brahma Samhita. That is actually. So Brahma understood actually that this is actually Goloka Dham. This is in the trees is a Kalparuksha, and the cows are Surabhi cows, and it is the dust of the particle of the dust is actually, it is Rajadham. Krishna played in this actually, and all the covered boys and gopas and all the their devotees actually. So by understanding this, Brahma immediately he thought, I am creator of this universe, and I have to maintain this universe. I am such a great. He thought like that, but when he saw Krishna's pastime, he completely bewildered. So how that is what Krishna's actually attraction. So what to speak up? Of course, ordinary people cannot understand. It is not easy. Ordinary people, um, those who are in material disease, for them it is only for to hear from a pure soul this pastimes. Only then we can realize that actually. But Brahma, that is not. Not only Brahma, even great Shiva. Shiva also. Shiva want to actually enter the rasa dance, but he has not qualified actually. So he did so much tapasya in the Rajadham, in the Goloka Vrindavan. After that, he got Gopa's form of body, and he actually entered actually in the rasa dance actually. Same like Ruddhava, the many Narada Muni also want to enter rasa dance, but they are all actually did so much tapasya, and they actually even Lakshmi Devi cannot enter in the rasa dance. Lakshmi Devi are not qualified to enter in the rasa dance. So, but but Shiva also, if anybody want to enter in the rasa dance, they have to take mercy of the Lord Shiva. So they have to do so much tapasya. Then by the mercy of Lord Shiva, they can enter in the dance. So and another the great devotee that King the what is his name Indra. Indra. Indra actually is king of the demigods actually, but he want to test how Krishna is so great actually. Means this pastimes to understand that the condition so that how Krishna is so great, how we are so tiny. That is what actually. By that actually our appreciation will increase. Otherwise, we think in this material world, I am so great. Because of me, everything is going on. Because I am controlling everyone. That's why everything is here. I am such a great person. These things are there in our heart. That is what condition. But time and time, actually, we have to thinking like that as I am so great. Because of me, everything is going on very nicely. No, it is all Krishna's controlling actually. So Indra also actually want to test, and he sent the Samvartaka cloud in the Golok Vrindavan. But how Krishna actually, the child 7 years boy actually, he lifted the Govardhana and stop all the actually the Samartaka clouds, everything, and he gave all the hospitality to the all the cows and gopas and residents of Vrindavan actually. So he gave all the facilities. After 7 days, actually, Krishna actually hold that Govardhana mountain, such a huge mountain. So when Indra understood this, immediately he went to his spiritual master Brahaspati. What is this? Krishna is such a powerful. He stopped all my Samartaka clouds, everything. Brahaspati told, you are a fool. You don't know who is Krishna. And he left from the spiritual master. He went to Brahma also. Like how Durvasa Muni went to Brahma to forgive the offenses, and Shiva, and ultimately went to Vishnu. So similarly, Indra also went to Brahma, and Brahma also told same thing. You are a fool. You don't know who is Krishna, because Brahma experienced it already actually. So then he went to Vishnu. Actually, he told this actually. Then he asked for forgiveness actually. So then Krishna gave forgiveness that. So that is how even great demigods actually, their great devotee is not able to understand what to speak of a conditioned soul. Is in this verse is mentioning actually we are completely absorbed in sense gratification. So it is not possible to understand Krishna's pastimes. So Krishna comes to show how my devotees are so they are so surrendered to me actually. So my mission is to only to protect this devotees, not for anything actually. So that's what it gives even the great devotees also sometimes chastisement. This all things Indra and Brahma, there are all things even great munis also, the Durvasa Muni, all that. He gives some chastisement so that they will understand. So for us also, Krishna kept in this material world, because we are suffering in this material world. Krishna kept in this material world so that we will understand how suffering it is here. Because I enjoyed so much, because I left everything, I came to this material world, only there is suffering is there. So Krishna again actually he gives opportunity to again to come to his shelter. So similar way actually in the whole world actually, that Krishna, those devotees and non-devotees also, Krishna gives opportunity for everyone, not only devotees, even Krishna gives opportunity for them, even non-devotees also. So, but ultimately in this verse, Prabhupada is telling, it is ultimately that no, the conditioned soul has to hear from a pure soul. Otherwise, there is no chance. This is a Bhava Ausadam. Ausadam means is a medicine. Medicine actually brought. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave that medicine actually. Actually, to kill the demons means Krishna come in this material world and he kills many demons. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually came. He did not came within any instrument actually to kill the demons, because he knows Kali Yuga, everybody is demon. So kill the mentality of a demonic actually. Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and gave the Harinam, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So this is the only medicine for actually the Kali Yuga. That's why Krishna, it's no Kali Kale Nama Rupa Krishna Avatar. Krishna had descendants in this material world, the Kali Yuga, in the form of a holy name. So the more one interested in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, the more one interested to hear about Krishna, such a person actually can come out from this material disease, that is Bhava Aushadam, Bhava Roga. So there is no other way. That's why every day now we started no chanting. Words coming to this temple actually. We started chanting actually. This giving at least one round. Otherwise, they're chit chatting, they're taking photos. This is very nice actually. So they will not do prajalba. So they will chant and they will go. At least take prasadam. That's good actually. So we have to give more and more this Harinama to interest. Before that, actually, to give something oral reception to hear about Krishna. Even the non-devotee, in anybody actually, it is telling in this verse, anybody just put attends to hear, they will purify. But Prabhupada is telling in this, the conditioned soul, neophyte actually, they should hear from a pure souls. Then again, Prabhupada told those who are following the regulative principles and those who are very strict to following this spiritual life and under the spiritual master and following, they can hear also from them actually. So So we have to give opportunity that to simply hard reception to hear actually this Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. So by that actually they will become purified and they will understand Krishna's pastimes. When they will understand Krishna's pastime and they develop love for God, they no need anything in this material world. They will satisfy. Nothing is required in this material world. Because we are satisfied in this material, that's why we want so many things. That is a center sense gratification is required for us, because we are not satisfied that the love of Krishna. That's what actually we know, we need many things. Otherwise nothing is required for it. The great devotees, the Goswamis and all the acharyas, what they did, they just simply absorb in Krishna, simply render service to Krishna. That's all actually. And they are most happy people in this world. And even though they doesn't have anything, so that is what actually conditions soul required actually. We don't have such a love for, that's what we are need so many things mm, to enjoy. But Prabhupada is telling in this purport, nothing is required. One who develop here from Krishna and develop love for God actually, then they will actually, they will nothing to worry in this material world. So So this is how actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and Srila Prabhupada also actually he given the holy name. This is the only way to actually absorb our minds to Krishna and render service to Krishna. By this actually will come out from this repeated birth and death again and again actually. So I will stop here. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।